Guys, welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. The person before you is Olukayinde Precious Abisola, and I feel about faith, lifestyle, relationships and health. So today on this episode we'll be doing a continuation of the previous episode of a topic which we treated: habits that help with away lifestyle diseases. Habits that help with away lifestyle diseases. Now, the previous episode we talked about 4 of those habits, which are drinking water, taking fruits, taking vegetables, and exercising. So today we'll be doing a quick continuation on that, and I'm going to make sure this video is as short as possible. So for those that listened to the previous episode, I trust you learned a lot from it. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming back. So please, if you are here today watching this video and you've not watched the previous episode, please do well to go right back and watch the previous episode, because you will be sure to learn a lot from it. So we are going to be continuing from where we stopped the last time today, and yes, the next point I'll be mentioning is balancing your activities. It is important to know that there is what we call activity balance. And why is there need for activity balance? Now, remember, if you remember very well, I mentioned in the last video that consuming food after 7 p.m. at night is not advisable, and I gave an illustration that what it does is that after you've consumed it, because there are no activities to burn off the calories that you've just consumed, at the end of the day it stores up as glucose around your liver and leads to central obesity, making such individual prone to other lifestyle diseases at the end of the day, because obesity is a risk factor for many other diseases. So it's very important to take note that if you are someone who does more of the sitting job, like someone who works in a bank or someone who works in an office and all you do is just sit down, and although you are working very hard, doing a calculative kind of job, doing a mental kind of job, it is important to take note that you have to find ways to balance your activities, and one of the easiest ways to do that is exercising. You have the privilege of jogging or walking a distance rather than entering a cab, of when you have the privilege of jogging probably at evening time, it is good to take note that you should do that, because there is need for activity balance, else you stand the risk of obesity, and anybody that is obese is at risk of many other diseases such as diabetics, hypertension and many more. So you don't want to be at that risky end. So it is important to take note that there is need to balance your activities. There are many things you can do to balance your activities, which I mentioned in the previous video. So it is good to just take note of this even as you go on with your day-to-day activity. This is an healthy habit you want to develop, balancing your activities with the food that you consume. So let's jump right into the next point: exposing yourself to the morning sun. Now, a lot of people still don't know that the morning sun gives vitamin D. No matter how bright it shines, it is very healthy to your body, and even not just in adults, even in children. Yes, in children, in newborns, yes, the sun gives vitamin D, and it is a very essential nutrient for the body. And not only does vitamin D help good eyesight, it also helps for strong bones and helps to make the heart function properly. So it is good that whenever you have the opportunity to, please expose yourself to the morning sun. So the next point I'm going to quickly be talking about now is rest and sleep. They are very important. A lot of us go through the day working hours, long hours, and not balancing the rest time up. After working for long hours and stressing yourself for long hours, it is good to have a warm bath and probably take a cup of milk to make your rest better. Now, it has been known that milk helps sleep, although there has been no should I say biological back into that, but it has been discovered over time that milk helps sleep, helps one to rest better when you take it. Please, it is important to take note that whenever you skip rest, you increase your chances of aging on time, and you increase the risk of damaging some of your organs if you do this for a long period of time. So it is good to understand that your body needs to get that rest for 7 to 8 hours at least every day. So let's jump right into the next point: please stop skipping meals. What do I mean by skipping meals? Probably you don't eat breakfast, then you eat lunch and you eat dinner. This does not help. This is one of the major causes of ulcer in so many people, because it has been discovered that the body fasts all through the night. Yeah, the body fasts all through the night, meaning whatever you've consumed the previous night as dinner, probably around 7 p.m., has been digested, and then the body at some hours of the day into the early hours of the morning is said to be fasting. And as soon as you wake up, you find out that there's even this, your stomach gets hungry automatically, and this is because once you are up, because the body has fasted all through the night, it's already producing the acid that helps breaks down food. Now when you decide to skip breakfast, or you decide to skip any meal at all, sometimes this acid tends to act on some part of the digestive systems, which leads to sores or wounds, which we call ulcer. So if you really want to develop an healthy lifestyle, it is important that you build the habit of eating at the right time. At least your breakfast should be taken latest by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and then lunch should come around 12 or 1, and then dinner around 6, 7 thereabout, but not later than 7 p.m. in the night. So please do well to stop skipping meals if you have been doing this. So let's jump right into the next point, which might be our last point for today, and subsequent episodes you'll be learning more about some of these things that will be coming up, probably one after the other or even together. Quit unhealthy habits such as smoking or drinking alcohol. Some of the damages smoking does, it affects your respiratory system and leads to damage of probably the heart or the lungs or some of the respiratory system at the end of the day. And similar to it is drinking. When people drink, it tends to affect the liver. One of the causes of liver damage is drinking alcohol consistently over a long period of time. So it is good and advisable that you should quit drinking, whether as a male or as a female, because some ladies drink as well, and this is not good, especially if you are getting addicted, because there will come times when you don't even need alcohol, especially when you are pregnant. But if you formed the habit of drinking over time, it might be difficult to stop drinking at such times. This is a risk factor for many diseases. I will talk more of this in another video entirely. So it is just good that if you have any unhealthy habits such as smoking, drinking, it is good to start to quit such habits now and develop healthy habits in place of those things, so that you won't fall victim of lifestyle diseases at the end of the day. So it is good to take note of all of these things and put them to action in your day-to-day life. The earlier you make that decision that you want to live long, the better, and it comes with a day-to-day effort. And what are those day-to-day efforts? Healthy habits that you have built that would help you to have an healthy lifestyle from your 40s and above. Because most of these unhealthy habits that people tend to do today, such as drinking, smoking, skipping meals, most of the time the side effects don't come up now. The side effect comes up from more later years of their lives, such as 40 years and above, sometimes even before that age now, because nowadays we have a lot of young people with the problems of hypertension, a lot of young people dying of heart attacks. So it's just good to take note that the earlier you start to live healthy, the better for every one of us, because you reduce emergencies at the hospital, and you also reduce your own risk of being a victim of diseases and ailments that can be life-threatening. I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and you've learned a lot from it. If you did, please give this video a like and do well to share, so that your friends and people around you can also benefit from what you've learned today. Thank you for watching today's episode, and please, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to my channel as well.